Hey loves, and welcome to Heart Love Messages. My name is Crystal. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. If you are already subscribed here, welcome back. So just a quick message before we start tonight's reading. Personal readings for June are now open. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can find all the information in the description box below, as well as in that very first pinned comment. But let's go ahead and get into it. Tonight I have a spiritual guidance message for the collective. So I'm going to be pulling from this deck here just to see what are the most important messages that your guides have for you at this time. So let's go ahead and get a very clear and concise message from your angels, your ancestors, your spirit team, and your higher power. Okay? Before we get into the reading, I'm getting something sticking out here about the blue moon, the blue full moon that we just had, I believe, on the 31st of May. If you clicked on this video, there's something about that full moon that deeply resonated with your soul. It's almost like you're in this phase of your life where the universe is trying to course correct something. So if you notice that the energy around the end of May, rolling out into this first week of June, has been sticking out to you a lot. If there's something that's shifted in your mental body, in your emotional body, or in your physical environment, then there's definitely something that your spiritual team is trying to get you to pay attention to. You may also notice that you're receiving a lot of signs, but not just number synchronicities. These signs may be really, really personal. So look out for you seeing your birth date. Look out for you seeing synchronicities that are just very, very specific to you. I'm also getting something here about very few of you who may have a really specific angel number, really specific symbols, some type of password that you have with the divine that may be showing up on your path right now. This is not a coincidence. Let's get the first message here. The first message that we have is unseen forces are supporting you. This is definitely going to be a very, very specific message. Anytime this card comes out, it's pointing to someone in the collective that has way more support in the spiritual realm than you have in the physical realm. But I'm getting very, very clearly, there is someone in the spiritual realm, there's an energy in the spiritual realm that has taken a liking to you, collective. And it feels like it's due to something that you have experienced on your journey. But I feel like this energy is coming through at this time because you really have no idea how far you can take this. When you are a soul who has a lot of support in the spiritual realm, it's typically because you're here for a very, very specific reason, okay? And maybe you reached this point on your journey where you're looking around you, you're trying to find solace in your environment, within your relationships. But I'm getting very, very clearly, you've reached a place on your journey where your external world is no longer going to be able to affirm you. You're not going to be able to look to people in your life as a means of reflection anymore. And it's because your soul has kind of surpassed something, okay? So again, going back to this energy of that blue moon, this is a moment in your life where you may be experiencing a lot of supernatural things. A lot of things may be showing up on your path. It's almost as if the universe is kind of screaming at you, collective. There's something that you need to know about yourself, about your journey, about your destiny, because this energy is very, very specific. You are someone who has a really, really high spiritual rank. But there's also this difference between the way that you're being viewed in the 3D versus how you're being viewed in the spiritual. But either way, it's almost like you've reached a point of no return where something in your life is about to shift in a very, very powerful way. But you are a highly protected soul, okay? You have a lot of unseen forces that support you, that protect you. And this can manifest in many, many different ways. I'm even getting that for some of you since that full moon. Okay, this energy, this unseen energy in the spiritual realm may be making its presence known towards you. So definitely pay attention to the signs or the symbols that are showing themselves on your path right now. It's not a coincidence. You may want to look at the signs that you're receiving, maybe search up the symbolism, see what kind of connects with you. But when you do this, make sure that you have a high vibration. Make sure that you're looking at definitions or symbolism that has a positive undertone, because again, you are supported, you are protected. So even if you're someone that's not as spiritually inclined, or maybe you're kind of on the surface when it comes to your spirituality, you don't have anything to fear. That's coming through very, very clearly. So whatever this presence is, whatever this energy is, it's almost like they're making themselves known to you because, again, you have no idea how far you can take this. This level of support, this level of protection is very, very rare. And I feel so much energy with this card here. I may have to tap into this a little bit more in the extended, but you will definitely know if this is your message I'm getting just off of this first card here. Let's get the next message here. Okay, so the next message that we have is rejection is God's protection. And immediately upon pulling this card, I'm hearing that you are a black sheep. If you clicked on this video, you are a black sheep. Some of you may identify as a chosen one. But what's so interesting about your energy is that you may be viewed as a black sheep in the 3D, but in the spiritual realm, you're coming through as the goat, okay? You are someone that has a very, very high spiritual rank. So if you're wondering why this presence or why this energy has taken a liking to you, collective, it's because of your personal journey. You are somebody who is incredibly strong, okay? And I don't know that the inner workings or the details of your personal journey or what it is exactly that you had to go through to become yourself, but I just keep getting this energy of people completely misreading you or completely underestimating you. This is why you're at this place in your life where the physical realm can no longer validate you. And I honestly feel like you were led to this video because under this energy of that blue moon, I feel like the spiritual realm is course correcting something when it comes to you, collective. Almost like you're going to go from asking yourself, why me? Why you had to be in this position? Why you had to walk a certain path? For some of you, why you may be in a period of isolation, to you completely understanding why you were chosen to live the life that you are living, okay? Divine clarity is coming to you. But if you were led to this video, your spiritual team wants you to know that rejection is God's protection. Every single time that you were ostracized, that you were outcasted, that you were completely misunderstood, it was all for a higher purpose. It's because you were being protected from something, or for a lot of you, from someone. So no matter how you identify, whether you know and identify with being a black sheep, whether you identify as a chosen one, you know, the 144,000 souls on the planet who are here to elevate the consciousness, however it is that you identify, your spiritual team wants you to know that you were not rejected, okay? You were set apart from a group of people. For some of you, this could be from a family, from a friend group, from a specific career or work dynamic. Whatever this major rejection is that you have just endured that may have been soul crushing to you, it was actually protection. And I feel like the universe is course correcting something and it's trying to show you that you are on the right side of history, okay? But yeah, there's something extremely specific about this message. And I feel like there's something really specific about the signs that you are receiving, collective. A lot of you may be seeing your birth date. A lot of you may have like a special sign that shows up on your path. I'm even getting for some of you, you may pray or you may meditate on something and then see it in your physical reality. I feel like there's a lot of validation coming towards you from the spiritual realm. And this is the only way that you can tap into this energy. Okay? Let's get the next message here. Wow. The next message that we have is, I'm done being afraid of you. If you're resonating with this message so far, I feel like this energy that we're currently under is helping you to come into the awareness that there are two sides to you, collective. And you can look at this as your higher self versus your lower self. But the way that this energy is coming through, it's almost like I'm tapping into your conscious mind and your unconscious mind. There's one version of you that tries to censor the other version of you, okay? And it's almost like your physical form, your avatar, you know, the role that you play here in the physical realm versus your spirit, versus your soul, okay? Versus your ethereal body that is in the spiritual realm. And the way this energy is coming through, this other side of you, collective, that has been suppressed, that has been rejected, that has been ostracized, has just been building energy and building spiritual power and momentum behind the scenes. So much so that you may actually be afraid of your spiritual rank or your spiritual power to the point where you try to repress it. The divine is course correcting that. So if you clicked on this video, if this video found you, there's definitely an internal shift that's happening where you're no longer afraid to step into your higher self. I'm also getting that you're no longer afraid to establish boundaries when it comes to the people, places, and things that can access your energy. You're no longer for consumption, collective. I'm almost picking up this energy of a soul who is so empathic simply because you know what it feels like to be rejected. So you go out into the world and you overcompensate a lot of times. You try your hardest to see the good in every single person. And it's almost like this has landed you in situations where you end up getting the short end of the stick. You may even be put into situations where you are actually afraid to tap into what your spiritual eyes can see. You're afraid to admit certain truths that your soul is telling you, that your spiritual team is telling you about certain people, places, and things. But I'm getting that there has been a switch. You are no longer afraid, okay? You're no longer afraid of yourself or that version of yourself that is extremely wise, that is extremely sovereign, or that is just very, very high in spiritual rank. And the reason why you are so protected and so supported is because all of your gifts came with a cost. A lot of people look at you and they don't understand what it is that you had to endure. The betrayal that you had to endure, or all the things that your soul had to learn. And for some of you, I'm getting that you integrated all of these lessons and you still have a massive heart space. This is why the spiritual realm has taken such a liking to you, collective, because you have a gift. And a lot of people around you may want to access this gift. They may want to use this gift or have this gift for themselves. But God gave it to you, okay? It just feels like there's about to be a huge turn of events when it comes to the way that you approach your life, the way that you assert yourself, the way that you interact with the world around you. Almost like you have to reintroduce yourself, or people are going to get to see a side of you that they've never seen before, a side of you that is so unapologetic and so powerful because you're no longer afraid of it, okay? You have been suppressing your gifts. You have been suppressing your spiritual side. But both of these aspects of yourself are definitely merging, okay? Let's get the next message here. Okay, so the next message that we have is spiritual alarm. And I'm getting the number synchronicity 911. So if anyone has been seeing that number synchronicity, this is definitely your message, okay? But I feel like this card in particular is picking up on how you're viewed from the outside looking in, or how you're viewed in the physical realm, okay? It's almost like people identify you in a very, very shallow way. They have no way to really access the inner workings of your soul. But if they were to be completely honest, this is how they view you, collective. You are a spiritual alarm, okay? Your energy is not very loud or abrasive, but it works in a certain way to where when you step into a room, it alerts other people, okay? It makes people sit up a little bit straighter. It makes people more self-conscious about the way that they present themselves or the way that they speak. And this may really trigger a lot of people. And this could be in a positive way or a negative way. Positively, you inspire a lot of people. A lot of people want to hear your perspective. They view you as being a person who's very observant, a person who has access to a wisdom that many, many people don't have access to, okay? So in this way, a lot of people find you intriguing. They may sit around and listen to other people, but they're really waiting to hear what you have to say, collective. Because again, people can feel you. They may not have access or understand where your power comes from, but they definitely understand that you are linked to something so much bigger than this physical realm. In a negative way or in a more challenging way, other people may feel really, really intimidated by you. And it's because of this energy that you're repressing, okay? I'm almost getting this image in my third eye of you coming off very unassuming, you smiling at people, but people feeling this massive power within you, people feeling that you're suppressing something that is extremely intense. And I'm getting that you are, because of the journey that you had to walk. Anytime a soul comes through as being a black sheep, I know that I'm speaking to a soul who's here to become a master of yourself. You've been put in very, very difficult positions and you didn't have anything to reach for. Being a black sheep is being a soul who's here to overcome the energy of isolation. You have to learn how to sit with yourself. And this may absolutely feel like a punishment. It may feel like you are being rejected, but you're actually being protected because you are a soul who can face something that many, many souls will never face in their entire existence. You have no idea how many people on this planet have never had to sit with themselves, sit with their thoughts, overcome their thoughts, learn how to master their own mind. So you are light years ahead of so many people. And this is not to put you on a pedestal at all, collective. This is your spiritual team really, really wanting you to know what your energy is, how your soul is being viewed. So it doesn't matter if people view you as a black sheep in the physical realm. In the spiritual realm, you are the GOAT. Okay, this is just how your energy is coming through. You have walked a path that many people have succumbed to. And it's almost like you're so unassuming. Like you have no idea how you're being viewed. You are amongst people who have no idea what's on the inside of you. A lot of you have even tried to play small because you don't want the spotlight on you, or you don't want to, ruffle any feathers. But I'm getting time's up, okay? Especially with this spiritual alarm card. The time is up for that. Whoever you are, you're here to work your magic. So I don't know how long you've been repressing this, collective, but I definitely feel like you're at this place in your journey where you have to start using your gifts. okay? And some of you may know this. There was something that happened during that full moon that is highly significant to your gifts, to where you are on your journey, or just to a specific role that you're being called to step into at this time in your life. And it feels like your spiritual team is trying to help you do that, okay? Let's get the next message here. Okay, so the next message that we have is Spirit Guide. Wow. I'm getting a very, very interesting energy with this card here. I feel like you're being called to step into a leadership role. And I feel a little bit of resistance as I'm tapping into this energy, okay? It's almost like your spirit guides have taken such a liking to you, collective, because you are a spirit guide, okay? And I hope that this is coming through clearly, but it's almost as if you have all of this unseen help or these unseen forces helping you, because you are here to guide other people in some kind of way. What you went through was not in vain, okay? You were actually being protected. So if you were removed from a specific environment, I'm getting for a lot of you, okay? Because I'm getting a lot of like root chakra energy. A lot of you were removed from a family, okay? It's almost like you were cut off from a specific source that was supposed to water you or nurture you. And you had to figure out how to do these things for yourself. You're here to teach other people how to do the same thing. And you're here to do it in your own specific way. So every single thing that you have, your spiritual team wants you to use it. For some of you, this could just be your voice, okay? I'm picking up on a lot of throat chakra energy coming through here as well. You have no idea, but your story is going to make you very, very rich, okay? You actually sitting down with yourself, piecing together your experience, what you went through, your challenges, everything that you learned, how you overcame things, everything that you had to integrate when you were in a period of isolation, it's going to literally be a manual or a template to someone else. For some of you, this could actually be a manual for your own life. But it's almost like your spiritual team wants you to begin to look at your specific path in a completely different way. You're not a victim. You're a soul who was sent here to be put in a leadership position. And in order for you to be a leader, you have to know how to navigate life. You have to know how to deal with challenges. You have to know how to deal with being left out, being betrayed. But in order for you to do that, you can no longer be afraid of yourself, of what you experience. There may very well be some chapters of your story that are extremely hard for you to read aloud. But I'm telling you, those are going to be the most powerful aspects of your journey. These are the things that you can put in your arsenal. These are the things that you can help other people navigate. So this is a very, very interesting energy. And I truly, truly hope that this reaches the soul that it's intended for. Because it's almost as if your spirit guides are sitting back and kind of laughing, because they're your spirit guides, but it's almost like they're also aiding and protecting and supporting another spirit guide that's here in the 3D realm. And they send you these signs, they put you in these positions only for you to remember. That's it. And I truly feel like whatever it is that you're experiencing after this blue moon is simply a course correction of your energy. The world may be responding differently to you. People may be responding differently to you. Some of you, you may look in the mirror and just feel your spark coming back. You may feel more vitality. There's definitely a change here. And this feels like a very, very beautiful change, okay? Let's get the last message here. Yeah, confirmation. The last message that we have is soul lesson. You're here to take up space, collective. You're learning how to just be a vessel, okay? You're also learning the law of detachment. Learning that you are a soul having a human experience and not the other way around. So another part of this course correction could be you fully detaching from a lot of things so that you can assess it, so that you can write it out, or you can come to a sense of divine clarity. It's almost like you're separating yourself from all the other energies in your life. And it's because you are truly here to be a sovereign soul, whoever you are, okay? This message may not resonate for everyone, but you are definitely going to know if this is your message. Because the way this energy is coming through, this could be a soul lesson that's been on repeat for a very, very long time. Because sometimes God will let people turn on you just to see if you're still going to love you, just to see if you're still going to choose you, if you still are going to feel powerful when you're in a position where you feel powerless, when you can't really reach for anything. So all of this was about your identity and about how you truly, truly view yourself, and about making your energy field and your confidence and your self-concept impenetrable, so that when you got to this stage of your life where it's time for you to be a leader, where it's time for you to fully step into your gifts or to maybe help someone else on their journey, that you would be ready. Because whoever you are a very, very wise soul. And again, I don't know exactly what you went through, but they couldn't break you, okay? The people, the places, the things, the energies, they could not break you. A lot of people may look at you and mistake the fact that maybe you don't have a lot of support in the physical realm. They may assume that you are unsupported, but you have unseen forces all around you, and their only job is to make sure that you win, okay? So if you're in this place where you feel as if you're receiving a lot of personalized signs, it's time for you to get very, very quiet with yourself. It's time for you to really, really begin to integrate all of the lessons, all of the soul lessons that you have been learning. Because again, for some of you, your story is going to make you very, very rich. You have no idea. So you could look at this phase in your life as you being in some type of training. Okay, take it very, very seriously. This is going to change your life. For some of you, this could be financial blessings. Others of you, this could be spiritual. This can manifest in many, many different ways, but I absolutely feel the energy of abundance. And it's solely connected to you no longer being afraid of this extremely powerful aspect of your being. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and end the reading here. If you resonated with this message, please be sure to hit the like button on your way out. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. I'm going to head over to Patreon just to tap into this energy a little bit more. If you would like to join us over there for the extended readings, you can find that information in the description box below, as well as in that very first pinned comment. But thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.